And we're back once again. It's last call only on the Last Call YouTube channel. And now joining me here on the phone, he's going to be fighting once again March 19th. His first time was a pretty successful debut, so he's going to try to make it two in a row in the pros, and we're looking forward to seeing him in action. I give you the southpaw hard-hitting cruiserweight himself. I give you it's Auston Aokuso. Austin, I'll start off here with. So you're fighting on March 19th. It's going to be in the Gold Coast in Australia. Do you have an opponent lined up yet? Do you have at least a kind of opponent, or is it just, well, we got a date, we got a time, and well, we'll figure it out as we go along?
Yeah, so sorry, we got an opponent. He's from my last fight because because of an injury, we had to postpone it. So Ricky Silva's my opponent. And yeah, I don't know much about him, but I know that he's been good. He's had a lot of fights now, so it'll be a good fight. Yeah.
So, from what I can understand, you were playing a fight in the first time around. Now it's the second time. Does it make it easier to have like all that game plan and everything? Like, okay, well, we go back to the drawing board. All right.
Yeah, pretty much the same game plan, you know. But just because of the injury, I had to take some time off and readjust. But same game plan we got. Nothing's changed, and us adding a little bit there and then, but we have more time to get ready, so it'll be good.
Take us to the injury. Like, when did you realize, like, okay, I can't fight through this? Like most fighters, they try, well, okay, we got a hand problem, we got a back problem, a neck problem. We can work through it. Nice little rub down, a little, ibuprofen. We're good to go. For you, what was it like? When did you get to that moment where it's like, yeah, I got to pull out. This ain't working here.
Yeah, well, it was a sparring. So I was sparring Mark Flanagan, and we're doing the 10 rounds. And I think it was the 6th round. I hit him with my left hand, and I felt some sharp pain. It was like a knife that went through my hand. And like, of course, I'd be like, yeah, let's go on. Let's just finish the spar and that. But as the round finished, I went back to my corner and I told my coach I couldn't close my hand. And as he tried to take the glove off, yeah, my whole hand was just blown up. Went and got it looked at the emergency hospital straight away, and we had a crush fracture in my knuckle. So yeah, we just had to pull out. We were thinking about just putting some cortisone shot in, and because I think there was like 4 weeks till the fight, so we're gonna put a cortisone shot in and put some lubricant around it so it numbs the pain. But just my coach didn't want me to do that just because the injury and outcome, even if I did win the fight, I would come out and I might even break my hand, but I wouldn't know because I had that cortisone shot and I numbed the pain. So yeah, we didn't want to take that risk. Looking at it long term, we wanted to postpone the fight and just come in 100% this time. Yeah.
So with when you said that the hand blew up, like how bad was it for you in terms of like, could you even make a fist, or is that something you're looking
no.
okay, yeah?
Yeah, no, I couldn't make a fist. I couldn't close my hand. You ever blow up like a glove? Like that's what it looked like. My hand was just fat all around. Yeah.
So we're gonna go back to this in a bit. We're gonna definitely talk about the hand and everything going forward. But take me back to your debut, June 19th. It's you, Justin Serio, Benice Sonorine, and Nathan, Australia. What was going through your mind? Because all of a sudden it's the pro rank. It's the pros, no longer the amateur. You drop down to 198. You're fighting a cruiserweight. Like before you got into the ring, how nervous were you, and how much were you like just jacked and pumped at the same time?
To be honest, I was a little bit nervous coming in, but as soon as I arrived to the arena, I was fine. I sort of knew like this is everything. Like I went through the amateurs, did all the fights. All of that was just a warm up, just to be here in the pros where I am now, and taking that pathway to the world title. And as soon as I stepped in that arena, I just knew straight away this is my job. This is everything I'm putting on the line. Like this is what I am now. I'm full time doing this. I put my heart and soul in this, and and whatever comes, but I'm here to do my job, and that's how I felt.
When did you?
I didn't feel no nerves. I didn't feel no nerves as soon as I stepped in there. I was fine. I was ready and pumped. I was ready to knock him out. And that's what I did.
Like, when did you realize like you had him? Like, okay, I can just knock this guy out. I think it's now, it's no longer like if, it's now when. Like for you, when did you realize like, okay, yeah, he's ready to go?
I hit him with a body shot in the second, at the start of the second round, and I knew as soon as I hit him, I could see him pulling back. He was trying to recover, and I just had to put the nail on the coffin, pretty much.
How much you? And so after you get to knockout, how much? What happens afterwards? Because on one hand you're excited, on the other hand I'm guessing it's like, okay, I expected to do this because I was, you were highly touted amateur. You had fought probably better opponents than this guy, leading up to this fight. Like for you, how much of it was like, okay, well, on to the next thing?
Yeah, straight away. Straight away, I was on to the next thing. I wanted to fight the next month if I could. If I could, it was just the matter of trying to get an opponent. And as soon as we found one, we prepped up for it, and then yeah, injuries came.
You mentioned the injuries, so you got the hand injury in between. How tough was it keeping in shape? Because I'm guessing afterwards, like, can't do much stuff. The doctors want you to take it easy. So you're like, okay, it's time to binge watch, have some beers, and watch Netflix here. I mean, like, who helped you make sure that you didn't balloon up and all of a sudden you're going, oh crap, I'm 250. This isn't good.
Yeah, no, I wish, but I couldn't really do any running for a bit. Everything I did was a bit like I had to be still, so I was just lifting a little bit of weights here and there, but not too much. But as soon as I could actually grip something, I would start lifting more weights. It was the motion of trying to run really hurt my hand. So just waving it around, I could feel the inside of my hand just, yeah, it didn't feel good. But yeah, I pretty much hit the gym a lot during the off season, and put on about 5 kilos of muscle. So trying to cut back down now and get back to my normal weight.
So who helped make sure that you didn't, gorge yourself? Like, who are the people around you that helped to go, okay, well, you can't just, eat your way into oblivion. So, like, how did you make sure not to, put on the pounds when you were not working, not, working
Yeah,
out?
yeah. Oh, that's my mom. Oh, she cooks and I have to eat it. So she'll cook chicken breast, sweet potato, and like I'd have to eat it. Otherwise, I would have to throw it out. So to 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 make sure I was on top of my diet, my mom made sure I was doing that. So yeah.
If you're just tuning in, ladies and gentlemen, once again, we got Auston Aokuso here on the show. We're talking all things, of course, his pro debut. He's fighting once again. It'll be March 19th, only on in Queensland, Australia, or sorry, the Gold Coast. Take me to the Olympics, because I know that for you, you were looking forward to this Olympics. This is going to be your breakout moment.
Yeah, yeah.
How tough was it for you not fighting and looking at everything going on, going, okay, had this happened just literally like a year ago, I'd be ready. I've been there, all but because of injuries or all this going on because of COVID, it threw a monkey wrench
Yeah.
and everything.
It was hard for me to watch the Olympics and that because I know I wanted to be there, but um then I wanted to just get on with my pro career, obviously. But yeah, because of the COVID and that, we couldn't have any fights at all. I think it was all 2020 and halfway through 2021, and it was just a whole year and a half of inactive. And watching everyone come back last year and doing the Olympics because they pushed it ahead a year. Seeing all them getting back in the ring and stuff just motivated me more than anything. And my brother went to Olympics, so I was real proud of him and what he did. But yeah, of course, I would have loved to be there and come back and then obviously it would have bettered my platform going into the pros. Yeah.
It wouldn't. It's weird. I mean, when you talk about qualifications and when in certain groups, one person qualified here or another person qualified there. For you, how tough was it sometimes where you're like, okay, what the hell? Why is only one guy being qualifying from this weight class? Why is only one person qualifying for that class? What? Because you did qualify,
Yeah.
but for you, how tough was it when you're looking around, going, okay, how do they determine this crap, and why am I ranked so low when I've had to fight tougher guys than other people?
Mm. Um, I mean, it is what it is. To be honest, I'm just ready to move forward. I'm ready to get my pro career on. There's nothing I can do about the past. I can't linger on the past. It is what it is, and all I can focus is on is my future.
I bring that up because I know you're focusing on the past. I know you're focusing on everything here, and I apologize because you did. We talked about this here. Because you saw what went on, and your brother here, Paulo Aokuso. So first, let me ask you this: how did both you two get into boxing? And how many times were you guys beating the crap out of each other? The early days when you're 8, 9 years old, mom's coming in and going, "Stop it! I can't afford to replace all the goddamn furniture."
Yeah, yeah. Well, my old man was a boxer, and growing up, we played a lot of footy, rugby league over here in Australia, and I guess we just took up boxing once my dad just gave us, because he never forced us to do it. He always thought boxing was a sport that you choose to do. And I think it was by the time we were about grade 11, grade 12, we were about finishing off boxing and rugby, sorry, and we wanted to start doing something else out of school. So yeah, that's when my dad took us to the boxing gym, and that's how it all started pretty much. Age of 17, my brother was 18, and yeah, we started off pretty late, but I feel like because of our maturity, we were able to pick up things a lot quicker, and we actually picked up a lot of our stuff off YouTube. We always watched YouTube and went to training, and the first club we were at, they only taught us the basic fundamentals, just the 1-2, how to turn your wrist, but nothing style wise or um, anything really that's more than just the basic fundamentals. And we just learned everything. Our style, our technique is all based off other fighters, just watching them off YouTube. We're real visual learners, and that's how we were able to, get our move on in boxing and get ahead of others and win titles in amateurs with less fights than anyone that was there. And now we're at a good place, and I'm with a good coach, Jeff Fraser, who understands the style that I am and how I fight. And yeah, that's how it all started pretty much, and how it all is now.
So Jeff Frazier, trainer. I know Tony Tolish is your manager. So who else is part of Team Akoso? Like who is the cut man? Who's the nutritionist? Like who are the people
My
that you and your team have brought in to help you become what you are?
my manager Phil Oxmar is another one that's part of our team. Nutritionist, I do everything myself. I just go on the internet, look up what's good for you. It's not hard for it's not it's not hard for people just to go on online these days and figure out what's good to eat and what's not. And it's not rocket science or anything. And I mean, I got a good family, good my partner here. She supports me 24/7, and yeah, that's all in my team.
I gotta ask about your brother because your brother is went to the Olympics. Has he turned pro also? And what is his role with you? I mean, does he help out, or are you guys still like doing your own different things? Like he's staying back in the amateurs, and you're just going, okay, it's time for me to turn pro.
He's actually got a pro debut, I think, in April. I'm not too sure, but I think he's having his pro debut in April. And from what I hear, he's going for a title straight away. So, which is a really good debut, and I'm proud of him. And
So I gotta ask, and there's a sibling rivalry, I'm guessing. Like you win your first fight, you knocked the guy out in the second round. He's going, okay, you know what? I got top this year. I got top this SOB. So I'm gonna go for a title, my first fight out there. I mean, how much has this always been the two of you? Like, okay, I do this, you're gonna do this, and it's like just that sibling rivalry where you guys love each other, but you still like to piss each other off.
yeah, we have our rivalry. Like, we always want to do better and push each other to do the best that we can do, and keeping each other honest and that, and making sure we're doing the work with each other is a bonus. And with Fallow's first fight, I'm not sure. I feel like he's just gonna go out. Himself, he's got the talent. He in the pros, he'll kill the game. So he could go for a title now. He could go for a world title. I'm gonna say next 2 years, 2 to 3 years, and that will push me obviously to do the same.
Now the two of you, as you said, your father, he boxed also. He boxed for some of the Commonwealth Games. So was there any? Did he? How big is he with your careers? And was there ever thought of him training both of you, or is that something where you both looked and went, okay, Dad's going, okay, you guys got to do your own thing. I can't be, that helicopter parent who's just hovering over you guys 24/7, driving you guys crazy.
Yeah. Like I said, my dad, he didn't want he didn't want to force us into the sport. It's a sport that we chose, and it's got to be your own choice. And with him, he's not really too strict on us on trying to in our space all the time, making sure we're doing this, doing that. He knows what we do and what we got to do. But yeah, he's always there supporting no matter what. But yeah.
I know when I read on your brother, there's always talk of stereotyping. For both you two, I know you're fighting. You're trying to be that generation that goes, okay, you can do bigger things. That comes at a price, though. I mean, you guys are always now looked upon by the younger generation of, okay, are they going to be good role models? Are they going to screw up? How tough is that sometimes, especially somebody like yourself, where you're still young? I mean, people forget, your brother's 24, you're 23. It's not like you guys are these 30-year-olds here. You're still, growing up. How tough is that having the spotlight on the two of you and always having to worry about, okay, can I be the role model? Can I be the guy that everybody looks up to? Do I, making sure you don't say the wrong thing on Twitter or do the wrong thing at home or get caught drinking or something like that? I mean, how tough is it almost being a champion inside the ring and outside the ring?
Yeah, it's all right. Like I just gotta make sure, I'm not saying, yeah, exactly like what you said. I'm just gonna make sure I'm not doing the wrong things. Oh, sorry, I just had someone trying to call me. Making sure I'm doing the right things. And yes, not saying the wrong things online. I don't find it too hard. You know what I mean? Because I try to stay away from trying to bring media or any attention like that onto me. Like with doing something stupid or something like that. I try to keep my behavior as well as I can, and so I give a good example for the kids and the youth that are growing up, so they're not coming into the sport and bringing all that negative attention.
I know when we talked with the Maloney brothers, they mentioned guys like Jeff Fenech and guys like even Michael Katsidis as sort of their role models. When we talked with uh, Larkfield, he mentioned George Cambosos as the guy of Maloney's guys he looked up to. Besides your father, like who are the guys that you looked up to when you started following the sport? Like who are the guys you looked at when, okay, this is my role model. This fighter, this is a guy who I look up to because he gets it. He represents us. He is a champion, and he's the kind of fighter I want to be.
Yeah. If I'm being honest, I like the way Floyd carries himself in a sense of, he's always believing in himself. He's confident. It comes off cocky, but he's confident, and he knows how it is. And I also like how Manny Pacquiao is, how he has the people behind him, and he brings a lot of excitement and enjoyment from his country and his people, and they all love coming watching him, and he puts on a show. Like those two, I like the way that they do things.
As somebody who fights from Australia, and he came from you were from a Samoan background. How big is Kambosos for you in terms of the glass ceiling is now broken? Anybody now from Australia, he won the world title, which means now all of a sudden you now feel, hey, I'm going to win a world title. My brother's going to win a world title. We're going to be world champions. I mean, how much did that help seeing him do it and knowing, okay, and in Australia you can win it. Not going. With all apologies to Costas, he was a Russian who went to Australia, or other guys were minor champions, not big. When you saw Kambosos win, how much of that helped motivate you going, okay, this can now happen. It's the reality here. We can bring world titles to Australia. We can bring big fights to Australia because he's now doing
it. Yeah. Him bringing the world titles back home and having that unification belt bout over here, like that's incredible itself. Like good on him. Like good ups to him and what he's done. But besides him bringing the belts and that, no matter what he did, it didn't change the fact that I knew I could be a world champ. So just because he won the world title doesn't mean that it gave me, confidence. I knew from the start that I could be there, that my brother could be there. I know, even without him bringing it here. But good on him though. It's he really made it happen. So yeah.
Last couple of questions to let you go. All this is going on, as you mentioned before. What do you do mentally just to unwind? Because it's a brutal sport. You are cutting weight. You are giving up a lot of stuff. You have to literally at times pass up on parties, hanging out with people, spending time with family because either training camps or you got to, fly out for a sparring session or you've been hired to be a sparring partner. Your job is 24/7. So what do you do to just mentally unwind? Like, what are some things you do for fun just so that you're not going crazy?
I like to just relax, to be honest. I like to sleep. I like just getting in the time that I need when I'm not training, because I'm always training. So obviously I love sleeping. That's one thing that I like to do, unwind. Maybe go watch a movie or something. That's nothing too big. I don't really like to go out and spend a day at the beach or something, because I'm just too tired and that from training and stuff. So
Now, do you play games? I mean, are you on Xbox? Are you on PlayStation? If you
my
are,
PlayStation broke, so I've been off that for about a few weeks now.
I was gonna say, when you're on Evo? I mean, does anybody ever talk trash and start realizing, oh crap, I'm talking trash to a guy who can actually beat the crap out of me?
Yeah, nah, you should see the kids on there nowadays. They'll let you have it, eh?
So we mentioned before, March 19th, you'll be fighting once again. It'll be your second fight out. I know the goal is to win, but what else do your team want to see improvements on? Like, are there certain things that they're looking at going, okay, we want to see better footwork. We want to see the jab more. We want to see you dig to the body. Like, what else are some of the things that your team is going, we want to see improvements on going forward?
Improve in all aspects, everywhere around. Just going in there and giving it my all, and coming out and knowing I've stepped up a level in all areas, outside work, inside work, the jab, straight punches, my measurement, just knowing my defense, just knowing where I am in the ring, just all around improvement.
Well, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, we're proud to have on the show. I give you one of the newest rising cruiserweight prospects in the world. I give you it's Auston Aokuso. Auston, before I let you go, where can fans check you out at? Where is the Twitter page, Instagram, the website? Where can fans hit you up at?
Look me up on Instagram, on Facebook, Auston Aokuso, sugar free. Look me up on those. Give me a follow, and follow my career to a world title.
Auston Aokuso, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, we are honored and pleasure to have it on the show. We come back, got a lot more going on. Stay tuned for more great interviews only on its Last Call. Last Call with the alcohol, only on the Last Call YouTube channel.
Thanks so much.